Hello and welcome to the 2020 Illinois Wing Aerospace Conference. I am First Lieutenant Andrew Scoulas, and our presentation is going to be about how to earn your AE Specialty Track ratings from Technician to Master. So, we're going to learn about the importance of earning your AE Specialty Track ratings, the responsibilities of the Aerospace Education Officer, and also the specialty track requirements for earning your technician rating, senior rating, and master rating. And along the way, I'll be sharing some of the tips and lessons that I have learned along the way in earning my ratings. So, the importance of earning your AE specialty track rating, I think it would be good to just discuss for a moment the importance of professional development in Civil Air Patrol. And according to CAP Regulation 40-1, CAP is a federally chartered nonprofit corporation. It is a volunteer civilian auxiliary of the United States Air Force when carrying out a mission assigned by the Air Force. Congress chartered CAP to perform certain duties for communities and for the nation. That charter helped establish CAP's three missions: emergency services, aerospace education, and cadet programs. To accomplish its mission, CAP needs an informed, active senior membership, trained in leadership, management, and functional tasks. The CAP Senior Member Education and Training Program prepares members to serve their units, their communities, and their nation. So, after completing level 1 of the Senior Member Education and Training Program, they must earn a specialty track rating in order to complete the other professional development levels. You need a technician rating for completing your level 2, a senior rating for your level 3, and a master rating for your level 4. And for your level 5, you must mentor a senior member through a technician rating. And of course, these are in addition to the other requirements described in CAPR 40-1, which describes in detail the CAP Senior Member Education and Training Program. Now, for the responsibilities of the Aerospace Education Officer, the responsibilities vary depending upon the level of the organization where you are serving. Of course, the higher up you go, the greater the responsibility. The responsibilities of a squadron or group Aerospace Education Officer, or AEO, is that you are going to be responsible for all aerospace programs in the unit, cadet and senior member, if applicable, depending on whether you're in a cadet squadron, a composite squadron, or a senior squadron. You'll also be communicating and coordinating with the commander to develop the unit's AE goals and objectives, and an annual budget. You'll also report periodically to the unit commander and group aerospace education officer, or sometimes the wing director of aerospace education, on the squadron's AE program. And you'll select, train, and supervise aerospace education assistants to help you with performing AE responsibilities. And of course, you want to work towards the next higher rating level in the AE specialty track once you've earned your technician rating. Also, you're going to be responsible for initiating and supporting external AE programs in the community, supporting group, wing, region, national, internal, and external AE activities. And you're going to encourage unit and school participation to the extent that it is feasible in the Model Rocketry program and in the Aerospace Education Excellence, or AEX program, and the STEM Kit program. And of course, you're going to be encouraging and assisting cadets with completing the AE requirements they need to earn their awards and promotions. Also, promoting the teacher orientation program, or top flights, completing or working on completion of the Yeager test, encouraging other senior members to take the Yeager test, and applying for Air Force Association or CAP unit aerospace education grants, developing, well, this no longer exists, but it still is referenced in the regulations. Depending on the level of the organization you're in, you'll be developing an AE plan of action every year, and all units, regardless of the echelon where you are serving, you'll be completing the annual AE activity report. Of course, you'll be filing reports as required by regulations, including but not limited to the AE activity report, and you're going to maintain an AE notebook, either in hard copy or electronic format. We'll get to that in a little more detail later. Now, I'm not going to go into depth here about the responsibilities for aerospace education officers at the wing level or the region level. I just want to and bearing in mind that the majority of our audience are going to be aerospace education officers or aspiring aerospace education officers at the squadron or group level. So now we'll move on to the specialty track requirements themselves. And each rating, as with all of the specialty tracks in CAP, each rating has specific knowledge, performance, and service requirements. And the requirements vary as the AEO proceeds through each level. They're completed through self-study, on-the-job training experiences, and of course in agreement with your aerospace education officer, trainer, or mentor. Now, the knowledge requirements are quite simply what each candidate is expected to know in order to earn the rating, technician, senior, or master. Performance requirements are what each candidate is expected to complete through active participation in aerospace education at their CAP unit to earn the rating. And for service requirements, candidates serve in a specific position for a specified amount of time to earn the rating, and the level of responsibility naturally increases as the candidate advances in the specialty track. Now, for earning the technician rating, the knowledge requirements are many. You're expected to read or review the following publications. By read or review, we don't mean commit them to memory, but you want to have a high level of familiarity with them. So when you are asked questions by your commander or by other cadets or senior members, that you can find the answer for them quickly. Those publications include CAPR 30-1, which defines the organization of CAP. CAPR 40-1, as mentioned earlier, which defines the CAP Senior Member Education and Training Program. CAPR 60-1 outlines the cadet program management. But the most important ones for our discussion here, CAPR 50-1, which defines the CAP Aerospace Education Mission, CAPP 50-1, the Aerospace Education Officer Handbook, and CAPP 50-2, Aerospace Education Specialty Track Study Guide. And also, you should be familiar with other publications, the Aerospace Dimensions modules, which are the cadets' study books for their aerospace tests when they are working on their awards and milestone awards. And Aerospace, The Journey of Flight, currently in the 3rd edition, although the 4th edition is in the works. Now, the Aerospace, The Journey of Flight is also going to be very important for cadets who are working on their higher level milestone awards, including those who are going to be taking their spots tests. And Aerospace, The Journey of Flight is also the textbook that is used by senior members when they are taking their Yeager test for their Yeager Award. And of course, there's a model rocketry program, an advanced model rocketry program, and the Aerospace Education Excellence Award program, the AE STEM Kit program. But of course, your one-stop shop is going to be the CAP Aerospace Education page at the national website. Go to airpatrol.com/program/aerospace education. And you want to make sure you download the most current CAP publications. They have, I believe it's CAPP 50-1 was updated just a few weeks ago. So, and sometimes the changes are minor, sometimes they're substantial, if any, updates to CAP publications. But make sure you go to this website, go to airpatrol.com/members/publications to make sure that you are updating the most current CAP publications. Google searches are nice, but sometimes you might find yourselves pulling up a document that is substantially out of date. Great for historical reference purposes, but not for working on a specialty track. And the knowledge requirements go on to include that the candidate is expected to explain the appointment process for the specialty track. They're going to be reviewing, of course, the aerospace education programs and products provided by national headquarters with their trainer/mentor. They're going to define, you have to be able to define the Aerospace Education Excellence Award program and how to implement hands-on activities in squadrons and schools. The schools dovetail with the external program at the squadron or group level or above. And of course, be expected to explain the difference between earned and nominated awards. A great example of an earned award is the Yeager Award. You take the Yeager test, you've earned the award. Nominated award, be nominated for, say, Aerospace Education Officer of the Year. You've been nominated, which is fantastic, but there's no guarantee you earn the award. So earned, it's done, it's finished. But if it's a nominated award, it's great that you've been nominated, but there's no guarantee that you're going to get that award. But if you get it, it's an even bigger deal because you're competing against many more highly qualified candidates, including yourself. So, each candidate is also expected to demonstrate knowledge about formulating budgets, obtaining grants, and the funding of AE activities, describe the preparation of squadrons, plan of action. But again, this is from previous version of the Specialty Track Study Guide. This was phased out after I had finished this presentation. So if you're at a higher echelon that one day, there may still be a plan of action that has to be filled out. If it's squadron level or group level, not now, not anymore. But regardless of what level that you're at in the organization, you will have to submit annual AE activity reports, and that's why you have to be able to describe for your technician rating the preparation of a squadron's annual AE activity report. And also, you have to describe the subordinate unit inspection or SUI process for a squadron. That is the biannual evaluation of a squadron's activities, all of them, when you are visited by the Inspector General and their team. And of course, you have to pass the online Aerospace Education Officer Technician Rating Test in the Access Learning Management System portal. And you have to compile a paper or digital AE notebook based on the following topics. So there's 10 topics here. I'm not going to read all of them, but as you can see here, these are the 10 topics you're expected to be familiar with. The benefit of having the AE notebook is not only that you have this because you need it for your technician, senior, and master ratings, but this is going to be your go-to reference for all of this information. So you don't have to keep thumbing through half a dozen different manuals or pamphlets to get the answer. You ask a question, you don't already know it, go to your AE notebook, you should be able to find the answer there very quickly. And again, you want to maintain this because you need to keep this throughout your working on the senior and master rating later on. And your service requirements are quite simply serve a minimum of 6 months in one of the following positions: Aerospace Education Officer at the squadron level or higher, or you're assisting the Aerospace Education Officer in one of the following areas as the Assistant AEO. You're performing hands-on activities, writing award nominations, including but not limited to Aerospace Education Officer of the Year, preparing aerospace education reports, like the AE activity report mentioned a moment ago, researching AE resource material, including but not limited to those provided by CAP. Great resources include NASA or other education resources, and of course promoting the aerospace education program in your squadron and to anyone and everyone you know. Now, after you've earned your technician rating, you have now earned the leadership ribbon, which is also called the Davis ribbon because it is earned as part of earning your Benjamin O. Davis Jr. Award for level 2. Now, after you have earned your technician rating, you have also earned the leadership ribbon, which is also called the Davis ribbon because it is earned while you are working on earning your level 2 award, which is called the General Benjamin O. Davis Jr. Award. So senior members who have earned their technician rating have also earned the leadership ribbon, which is also known as the Davis ribbon, and that is named for the General Benjamin O. Davis Jr. Award, which is the award for those senior members who have completed their level 2. So on to earning the senior rating. So the knowledge requirements for earning the senior rating are: the candidate is expected to outline the process of appointing a senior member to the AE Specialty Track, describe the components of the technician rating that they earned several months ago, explain AE and STEM as they are used in CAP's programs, summarize the requirements for a successful AEX program, describe the procedures for a top flight, describe the role of financial support required to fulfill CAP AE activities, identify the components of an AE plan of action, explain why the annual AE activity report is important, identifying the major AE components of a unit subordinate unit inspection and a unit self-inspection. Again, the SUI is every 2 years. A unit self-inspection is optional, but it's a pretty good idea if you want to make sure that you and your colleagues are ready for your biannual subordinate unit inspection. And of course, passing the online AEO senior rating test in the Access Learning Management System portal. Now, your performance requirements are to maintain and update as needed the AE notebook, as again, the CAP pamphlets and regulations are updated every few years or so. Sometimes, again, the changes are minor, but sometimes they are substantial. Sometimes something is deleted or completely rewritten. So you want to make sure that when you're referring to your AE notebook to answer the questions of your colleagues, whether they're fellow senior members or cadets, that you're providing them with the best answer and the most current answer. You'll also be expected to lead an Aerospace Education Excellence or AE STEM activity, and you are expected to develop and submit an annual AE Plan of Action or an annual AE Activity Report to the next higher echelon, and earn the Yeager Award if you have not already earned it. Now, the performance requirements for earning your senior rating include attending one of the following activities: attending a wing or region AE conference, just like the one you're attending now, an AE workshop or AEO training session, an aerospace education school at the region or national level, or 2 AE learning labs or AE breakout sessions at a wing, regional, or national conference. And performing one of the following activities: presenting or directing the AE portion of a cadet encampment, mentoring an AEO and achieving the AE technician rating. I like to interpret this as just giving them general guidance. You're not walking them through step by step of the entire process. You're just pointing them in the right direction. As for mentoring somebody through the technician rating from start to finish, that comes up later with the master rating. But if you want to do that now, you're free to do that, but it's not as hands-on, so to speak, at this level. And participate in the AE portion of a subordinate unit inspection or AE self-inspection. Great opportunity to fulfill this qualification, but again, it's only every 2 years, so not something that can be done on a regular basis. Prepare and present an AE activity for teachers within local schools. Again, that's where the external aerospace education program comes in. Or contact a local community civic organization to present on current aerospace education issues. And your service requirements are to serve an additional 6 months after earning your technician rating in one of the following positions: the Aerospace Education Officer or Assistant AEO at the squadron level or higher, or as a group internal or external Aerospace Education Officer. So within 1 year, you could earn both your technician and senior rating, which is uncommon for most of the specialty tracks in CAP. Most of the specialty tracks you need to serve 12 months in order to earn your senior rating. And of course, now that you have your senior rating, you have earned your Yeager Award and your Yeager Ribbon if you have not already earned them earlier in your CAP career. And you also get to put a bronze star on your Davis Ribbon because you have a senior rating in aerospace education. So on to earning your master rating. So the knowledge requirements are more complicated, of course. You have to demonstrate comprehension of all duties and responsibilities associated with CAP squadron, group, wing, and region AE positions. Describe the role of aerospace education in the cadet program and in the advancement of cadets, as well as the involvement of aerospace education in senior member professional development. And I consider this to be required of aerospace education officers, even in senior squadrons where there are no cadets. You should be able to describe the role of aerospace education for all members for your master rating. Discuss the importance of AE programs and products as they relate to accomplishing the AE mission. Describe an aerospace education excellence program for a CAP unit or school. The key is that you're able to describe it. You're not obligated to have such a program. Describe the procedures for planning a top flight as well. And describe the process for recruiting an aerospace education member or AEM. Those are, for example, teachers at a local grammar school who may be interested in having access to our STEM kits. And they can join CAP. They do not get rank or grade. They can't earn awards like, membership ribbon or Davis ribbon. But recruiting them is important because they get access to fantastic CAP resources to teach aerospace education in the schools. And also they can, there are liaisons. They are our liaisons to schools. And also it's a great way to expand the CAP family. So also you'll be expected to identify the qualifications of an individual or organization to be nominated for a National Aerospace Education Award. Those awards include the Brewer CAP Memorial Aerospace Awards, Aerospace Education Officer of the Year, Aerospace Education Teacher of the Year, and then there's the Air Force Association's Aerospace Education Cadet of the Year Award. The knowledge requirements include describing the components of writing a successful Air Force Association Aerospace Education grant, identifying the components of an effective unit's Aerospace Education plan of action. Now, those don't exist anymore, but until the Aerospace Education Specialty Track Study Guide is updated and published by CAP's national headquarters, that is still one of the requirements. So we have to do it from an academic perspective. Also, you'll be expected to discuss the value of the AE portion of a wings compliance inspection. That's because if you have your master rating, you may not be at the wing level, but one day you may be serving at the wing level. So it'd be good to have an understanding of a wing compliance inspection sooner rather than later. And of course, last but not least, you have to pass the online Aerospace Education Officer Master Rating Test in the Access Learning Management System portal. Now, the performance requirements for earning your master rating include maintaining and updating as needed your Aerospace Education notebook. Good idea to have that, maybe not in hard copy, but maybe in a Word file or an Excel spreadsheet, the format of your choice. That way it's going to be a lot easier to update as the pamphlets and regulations or Specialty Track Study Guide are updated over time. Developing and submitting an AE plan of action and an annual AE activity report after earning the senior rating. But of course, now with the changes that occurred just a couple of months ago, now that's only going to involve developing and submitting an annual AE activity report. Presenting an AE activity at a wing or region conference like this one, or at an AE school, workshop, or cadet encampment after earning your senior rating. Participating in the AE portion of a CAP unit or wing inspection. If you're at the squadron level, that would be the biannual SUI or subordinate unit inspection I mentioned earlier. And mentoring an AEO through achieving the technician or senior rating. And this would be you're mentoring your fellow AEO on their technician or senior rating from start to finish. And you're also going to be expected to perform 3 of the following after you have earned your senior rating: attending a wing region or national AE school or workshop, recruiting an AEM, assisting in the coordination of a top flight, coordinate with an aerospace education member to do an AE presentation or activity, developing and submitting an Air Force Association AE grant application, or developing an aerospace education budget for a CAP unit, serving as an advisor for the AE portion of a cadet competition team, becoming a mentor or instructor for cadets in the aerospace education phases 3 and 4, becoming a mentor or instructor for cadets in aerospace education in phases 3 and 4 of the cadet program, or speaking to a community organization or a school about AE in Civil Air Patrol. Now, the service requirements for earning your master rating are that you serve an additional 12 months after earning your senior rating in one of the following positions. If you're at the region level, you're either the regional director of AE or the regional internal or external AEO. If you're at the wing level, you're the wing director of aerospace education or internal or external AEO. At the group level, you'd be the group AEO or the group internal or external AEO. Or at the squadron level, if you're the cadet squadron, you'd be the cadet squadron AEO or assistant AEO. If you're in a senior squadron AEO or assistant AEO. But if you're in a composite squadron, you would be the aerospace education officer or the AEO for cadets or the AEO for senior members. And having now earned your master rating, you have earned the A. Scott Crossfield Award. And you would replace the Bronze Star in your Davis ribbon with a Silver Star. Now, we're going to recap the AE Specialty Track ratings and professional development. After completing level 1, senior members must earn a Specialty Track rating and a Specialty Track of their choice in order to complete the other professional development levels. You need a technician rating for level 2, a senior rating for your level 3, and a master rating for level 4. And you have to mentor a senior member through a technician rating in order to earn your level 5. And of course, this is in addition to the other requirements for those professional development levels described in CAPR 40-1. So as you can see, earning your technician, senior, and master ratings in aerospace education are a great way to meet your education and training requirements for levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. And of course, you're going to have a lot of fun along the way. So, in summary, we've learned about the importance of earning your AE Specialty Track ratings, the responsibilities of the AE officer, and the Specialty Track requirements for earning your Technician, Senior, and Master ratings. Now, if you have any questions after the conference, you are more than welcome to reach out to me by email. I am the Assistant Aerospace Education Officer for the Magnus Composite Squadron and the Group 2 Assistant Aerospace Education Officer, and you are welcome to reach out to me at any time, even if you're listening to this video months or years after it was posted on YouTube. It will be an honor to be of assistance. So, thank you very much for sharing your day with me, and semper vigilance.
Yes, thank you again for attending the 2020 Illinois Wing Virtual Aerospace Conference. And before we move on to the Q&A session, I wanted to highlight a couple of things that were not included in my video presentation because, in my opinion, they apply to all CAP specialty tracks: aerospace education, emergency services, logistics, personnel, etc. First, and I think foremost, almost every rating of each specialty track has an online exam that must be completed within the Access Learning Management System, or LMS. As my mentor, Major Tim Scott, who is now the Group 4 commander, pointed out to me early in my CAP career, take the online test first. Get it out of the way so that you can focus on all of the other requirements for that rating. Second, find a good mentor. And again, this applies to all of your specialty tracks. Now, you can, of course, self-teach, so to speak. Your commander is going to be the one, he or she is going to be the one who ultimately signs you off on your specialty track ratings. But as you move up to the senior and especially the master rating, you really want somebody who has done it all signing you off, because you are now taking your CAP career to the next level. And third, once you've earned your master rating, now you are the mentor. You're now the subject matter expert that your squadron or your group, etc., will be looking to and relying on for advice and guidance. So, and let's see. Major Danley, excellent question, sir. What type of teachers make good AEM candidates, both grade and subject? I am actually going to look at the AE downloads and resources to answer this question, because there's a series of publications that we provide to our members, including AEMs, because the materials are for pretty much students of all ages. We have the ACE program, which is the kindergarten through 6th grade curriculum. Obviously, they are too young for joining CAP, but we can view many of those students, if not all of those students, as potential cadets in the future. And we also have the Aerospace Education Excellence Program, which has textbooks for middle school. And we also have the Aerospace Education Excellence Manual for senior members. So, and there's the Aerospace Education Excellence Activity Book for the 6th through the 12th grades. So to answer your question directly, technically, teachers from kindergarten all the way up through senior year of high school, I think they would make excellent AEM candidates. But of course, the subject matter, yes, they would be STEM focused. You know, I think that goes without saying. That being said, there's no reason that we could not reach out to teachers in other subjects to recruit them as senior members proper. For example, high school history teacher, maybe they've served in the military or a family member served in the military, they might be interested in joining CAP and becoming a squadron historian. So kind of a broad brush answer there, but excellent question, sir. And let's see. Oh, let's see. Major Krempowski, excellent question, sir. How do you view drones and remote control aircraft for projects and activities? Yes, safety, being a safety officer myself, yes, I would see safety as a important consideration for cadets and senior members using drones and remote control aircraft. I don't see any reason why they could not be part of a squadron's internal or external aerospace education programs. I think you could even weave them into an AEX program as well. For example, for AEX, you should have, after you've completed 6 projects, you would have a 2-hour AE activity, which could be inside or outside the squadron. For example, I think if there was like a remote control aircraft competition, I think that would be a great opportunity for everyone, and also be a great opportunity for the other members of that competition to learn about CAP and who we are and what we do. Oh, excellent question, sir. Thank you. And if there, I don't see any other questions, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Some of you might have recognized my name from yesterday. I greatly appreciate all of you attending my sessions. I've greatly enjoyed all of this. And if you still have time, please be sure to check out the other events at the conference. We have some more sessions at 3 o'clock and then 4 o'clock Central Time. And of course, at 5 o'clock, our Wing Commander, Colonel Dempsey, will have his closing remarks. So I don't see any other questions out there. So thank you all very much for joining me and sharing your weekend with Illinois Wing. And Semper Vigilance, have a wonderful weekend. And I'm going to, one more thing, I'm going to put my email address in the comments box. So those of you who may have questions are more than welcome to reach out to me at any time. If you're working on your technician, senior, or master rating, be delighted to mentor you or sign you off. Of course, ultimately it's going to be your commander who has to approve that rating if you're outside my squadron. But don't hesitate to reach out, whether you're in Group 2 of Illinois Wing or from outside of Illinois Wing. Be delighted to help you out. Because I've learned so much from other people in CAP, and I consider it my duty as a CAP member to share what I've learned with others. And I think the expression goes, pay it forward. So thank you all very much and have a wonderful, oh, take it back. There's some more questions. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Colonel Hiles. And also thank you, Captain Paul. And yes, that's correct. Colonel Miller, you're right. The Crossfield Award is not automatic. It has to be applied for, and that requires that your personnel officer, which I happen to be, so I guess I'll be filling it out for myself one day and having my commander sign off on it. But yes, absolutely right, Colonel Miller. Crossfield Award is not automatic after earning your master rating, and it now appears in services. I believe it's the CAP Form 2 is filled out by the personnel officer, and then it's signed by the commander and then sent to CAP National Headquarters. So technically you would not be authorized to wear the A. Scott Crossfield Award ribbon until it has been entered into your record in e-services by National Headquarters. Thank you, sir. And Major Krempaski, I love that comment. Thank you, sir. Well, thank you all very much for your time and attention. I've had a blast. I hope everyone else has enjoyed this conference half as much as I have. So thank you again for your time and your support, and have a wonderful weekend.